Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly developer diary. So I've got quite a bit to show you because, well, in short, the game is pretty much done. So basically I'll just talk you through everything that's happened because with how busy I've been just with working on Soulbound, you can probably tell that these dev diaries have become a bit less weekly. Because I think I've done about 6 or 7 videos about Soulbound since we started Transfuser, whereas we've now been working on this game for 3 months, which, you know, I think it shows it's came a long way. So first of all is, well yeah, if I just play the game a bit, the game just feels good. Like as you see, we've got like the new Puffish art, where Puffish can like bounce up and down. New explosion effects. I think this fox enemy was in last time. Basically, we've just got all the enemies just in a space where they're feeling good. It's like, you know, the Onimask feels quite fast. I can turn around and keep shooting charge shots at the ninja, or I can just shoot these little uncharged shots. You know, we've got the possession feeling good. I can easily just... The possession now is very simple, just I press the possess button and it'll just hot swap me to an enemy. And you know, we've got this sweeping enemy that we've changed. This used to be, oh, don't let him kill me, so don't kill the sweeping enemy. But the sweeping enemy used to be the, oh, you know, you'd press the button, it'd do a little, like, you see my mouse here, it'd do a little arc, whereas now I've got it a much more fun way where you press it, you're in this tornado mode, and I can just sort of steer it. And during that tornado mode, you're invulnerable, so the ninja can't actually hit you. But yeah, that's the sweeping enemy is now a lot more fun, so I could just basically just try and hit him, and then we swap. Yeah, the big thing to talk about this week. Sorry, it's all over the place. Right here, here's the art for another of the enemies that's been implemented. The like boomerang throwing enemy is this like this like dressed up monkey that throws fans. You can see it's got these like fan projectiles that act like boomerangs. They're pretty cool. And I think this one looks pretty nice. But yeah, the big news is yeah, we're going to EGX next week, which is crazy to think. I'm really looking forward to it, but it still doesn't feel real. We're going EGX next week, it's crazy. And because of that, basically, all that we're doing on the game now is we are just like bug fixing and just balancing the game pretty much. And just a lot of little quality of life features. So like, as you can see, just little stuff like, oh, if I can't die here, oh, no man, I accidentally killed the bomber. Just little stuff like, oh, when I take damage, there's screen shake, or when I hit something, the screen shakes a bit. Something I did was, if you kill an enemy, you'll notice there's this little like slash effect, which looks really cool, combined with the screen shake. Like, that just feels good to hit. And yeah, all in all, the game is, yeah, it's really came along, and I'm really happy with it, all in all. Other than that, we've been doing, other than like just working on the game, I've been doing a lot of like admin stuff, so like filling out like, oh, you know, how much money would we want from like a publisher if we were to take this game to a publisher, and stuff like that. We've been doing a lot of work on our game pitch, because we have to pitch our game next week. So we'll be pitching that to a few experts. We've done a few we had a couple of meetings yesterday, we did some practice pitches and talked about like with some experts about, oh, you know, what's left to do on the game and whatnot. We're getting a new results screen in this week as well, which is just like a little something. But other than that, we've also been doing a lot of stuff in terms of like marketing. So here, if I take you over to the TikTok page, as you can see, we've been doing a lot of social media stuff to sort of push this game, and you'll notice one of these stands out a lot more in terms of views, because this was we tested paying for like a TikTok promotion, and compared to like the average video we do, which is say like 200 views, so like here,
I made
you know, 200 views, 12 likes, compared to this, which got what, 15,000 views, almost 16,000 views, and almost 10,000 likes, which is really nice to see. So I think we're definitely going to be doing a lot of our marketing over on TikTok. So we've also experimented doing some marketing on. I've done a lot of the marketing on Twitter, whereas another one of my teammates, this guy right here, has been doing a lot of the TikTok stuff. And in terms of the Twitter, it's done okay, because we can see how many wish lists we get from him. It's done okay, but obviously it's not done nearly as well as the TikTok, so I think we're going to be moving a lot more of our promotion over to TikTok. We'll probably still do some stuff on Twitter, but TikTok seems to be a lot more value for money in terms of doing like paid promotions. But yeah, all in all, I kind of feel like I don't really have that much to talk about, just because the game, other than just saying like the game is just kind of done. Yeah, we've done a lot of gameplay testing. We've got rid of any. There's no like game-breaking bugs or anything left. We've ironed all them out. Yeah, it's just mad that we're going EGX. Like, I'm a bit nervous because it's like, oh, you know, big EGX and like the pitch and whatnot. But I'm also very excited just to like just show off our work and just see what people think about it. Just because, you know, we've worked hard on this. Like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't bust my ass over this game. But yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with it. And yeah. I'm trying to really think what else to say. I guess what else I could talk about is like the future after EGX. So firstly, after EGX, I think, well, yeah, me and all my team are going to be taking at least like 2 weeks off, because we have worked hard these past like good like what 14 weeks. You know, so the game has got a nice amount of content in it now. It's got 10 different enemy types. It's got the main game mode is like fully working fine. We've got a couple bonus modes in there in terms of a like endless survival mode and a time attack mode. We've got a CPU mode, player versus like computer mode in the works. That's a work in progress, but that's something we do like go back to in future. But after EGX, what we've said is basically, if we manage to get the funding for the game, what we want to do is add, well, we have a few like deliverables that we want to do if we get the funding to work on the game, which these deliverables consist of adding more game modes in terms of like adding maybe like a 4-player mayhem mode, or a 2v2 team mode where maybe there's 2 ninjas, like a red and a blue ninja and then a red and a blue ghost. So each team's ghost is trying to sabotage the other team's ninja, like stuff like that. So adding more modes, just so there's just more and more content to the game. We want to just add more content just to the base game, of just adding more enemies, more varied level generation, and just more complex levels in general. So it's basically just, we want to add more modes, we want to just add more content to these modes, so like, especially with the enemies being like a big hook of the game, with the whole like possession unique selling point. We just think the more enemies we can add, the better. You might have saw this Dragon Breath guy here. This is one of the 2 last placeholder arts, which I'm actually working on this enemy, which is this guy. This is still a work in progress. I need to do like shading and whatnot on this. But basically, what this enemy is going to be is, instead of shooting, because originally it was a dragon head that was going to shoot fire, we've changed it so it's going to be this giant salamander with all these like poisonous bubbles on it that shoot bubbles. So that and the charger enemy, this one, are the only 2 placeholder arts in the game, which will be finished by this week easily. And then that's all the new enemy art in the game. The tile set that I've done, I think, came out really well. We sort of divide the art in that I've done the Oni mask art, and I'm doing this art, but the other artist working on the game has done all like the enemy art, and then I've done like the ninja and like the tile set stuff. yeah, I'm trying to think what else. 'Cause I don't know, it's one of those, like, it's hard to really. There's so much that I feel like I'm missing out a lot. Like, there's probably a lot of these tiles, like these bonsai trees and whatnot, probably weren't in the game previously. But yeah, other than those deliverables I mentioned, sorry, I got a bit distracted. Other than those deliverables, we also want to add online to the game, so we think that's going to be like a big component in the sellability of it. Because, you know, you see a game like this on Steam, like, oh, that's cool, I want to play that online with my friends. Because the way we've been doing that right now is using Parsec to basically, because we've been doing a lot of playtests, and basically just to make sure the game feels good. And what we might be doing this week is maybe sending this build to a few people that we can basically just get some feedback on the game on how it feels to play in that. Because it's just useful to get other people's, like, you know, consumers' opinions on it. But yeah, other than that, we've just been doing a lot of like little game feel stuff. So like here is like a very minor thing. If I jump like at the very edge here, as you'll see there, it sort of moves the ninja to the left a bit. Don't know if you can tell that. There. So like little game feel things like that basically just make the game feel more smooth. I like those. There's a lot more of those than you'd really think about unless you do game design stuff. But yeah, all in all, next week it's gonna be very sick. If anyone is watching it, if you come in EGX, swing by the Transfuser booth, and you know I'll be there, and you'll be able to play a game. It's gonna be really sick, and I'm really hyped for it. Yeah. Other than that, the only other things we're doing on the game, other than like implementing those last two character arts, is bug fixing, game balancing, and then just tweaking. Yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just like tweaking some of the levels for game balancing. But yeah, all in all, we've just been doing very much a lot of just making these enemies feel good. So now here, if I tap the throw, I do it for short. If I hold it and release it, I do it a lot further. Just stuff like that. Oh, you can get some proper long shots. Oh, there we go. But yeah, all in all, the game is pretty much done. Bar like the last two enemy arts and like the odd bug fix and game balancing thing. And I've been rambling. But yeah. As for the future, I know after EGX, we'll see. I don't know how long it takes, but you know, we'll see if we. I don't know when we find out who's won Transfuser or like what games get funded or anything like that. But I know it's going to be me and one of my teammates. We pitch the game, and then sometime after that we'll know if we get funded or whatnot. But based off the feedback on our pitch, I'm confident. Just because our pitches at the Dundee event went really well. We did a practice pitch yesterday, and that went really well. We got some great feedback off that, and then we've got another practice pitch on Monday next week because EGX was going on. EGX we're starting on Wednesday, just like set everything up the day before like the actual EGX starts. And then we also got told that a lot of publishers tend to come EGX on Thursday and a little bit on Friday, but they don't really always tell you they're a publisher. They'll just play your game first to see what it's like from just like a consumer point of view. So that's something I'm definitely going to be quite wary of like, oh, anyone here could be a publisher, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, other than that, we've just been doing a lot of work on the pitch and just making sure that comes along well. But yeah, all in all, it's came a long way. I'm really proud of what we made, and I'm hoping after EGX, we get the funding and we can actually work on this full time, like we have been doing the past 3 months, but actually getting paid a wage, which would be a nice change. But yeah, so the future of this is, if we get the funding, we'll work on this game further, and I'd love to. I want to work on this game further. I'd love to. If we don't get the funding, we'll just maybe try and just self-publish if we can't get a publisher, or crowdfund. We'll basically look at some sort of alternative way of trying to fund it, because we think this game has a lot of potential. But yeah, I think that sums up everything. So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you all next week. It'll either be on Monday or Tuesday just before EGX, or it'll be, well, the week after, which is after EGX, which I'll probably have a lot to talk about. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Alright, peace.